Hi, Paul Howe, CSAT Way. Thoughts on tactical versus competition. Had to do a lot of, soul searching, and I always look at this every few years and go, "We're still going down the right path?" And I go, "Yes, we are." So, competition versus tactical. Competition is a way to train how to shoot, and then tactical is the same. Now, you'll have to make a decision. A lot of the competition folks will ping you and say, "Well, it's an umbrella excuse not to shoot fast." Well, that's not accurate. So tactical is a more comprehensive training vehicle. Now, I believe in a multidisciplinary approach. What that means is you have to bring in all these different areas to make a successful tactical trainer. In the day, IPSC has been around, and the competition shooting has been around. So a lot of folks chased it. We had 3 to 4 out of a big group that would chase it. And, pistol's a hard weapon to master. So as a trainer there, I saw this. I actually had to make a decision, go, the competition or go tactical, and I decided to go tactical, simple as it is. Why? Discrimination came into play. And you have to bring up discrimination and shooting skills at the same pace. If you don't, you're going to shoot the wrong person really fast. So been shot at by friendlies, daytime target, multiple times. And so it gets kind of old because it's happening again today. I watch the GWAT vets and some of these YouTube videos they put out, and they talk about the same thing, whether it be blocking positions, whatever, shooting the wrong person. We look at Pat Tillman incident, a friendly fire. All we're doing is shooting the wrong person really fast, and we're not fixing it. Happened over 30 years ago. Again, that's friendly fire, and it will happen again in the future unless we address it. So, components we're looking at is competition, equipment, shooting, footwork, course planning. Tactical, these are all things that I think about, from equipment, discrimination, verbal, advanced targets, shooting standards, footwork, hand combat, tactical problem solving, after the shooting, medical, link up with police, role players, and then day or night weather conditions. So which one of these do I give up to do build drills? And again, I don't shoot build drills. We do the 5 body, 1 head, and we have a series of other drills that we think are relevant to tactical situations. Competition instructors, watched a lot of them in the day, world class, and they're good people and they can shoot, yes. But they push the timer button. They may fix some of your shooting, but they may push you into some dangerous areas, and we'll talk about that. Lots of brass on the ground does not equal success. A knowledgeable instructor will introduce students to various facets that will help them survive the encounter. So tactical takes more work, energy, and thought, as simple as it is. I have summer dress, I have winter dress. So my winter, what I'll do is I may go 3 o'clock outside the waistband, I may go 4 o'clock. I have to layer my equipment because I'm working on my ranges 80% of the time and then teaching 20%. So I have to function, and I have to be able to teach students to do the same thing as a tactical guy. This is the biggest issue I have right now, is the brown targets. Is it a discrimination process? And no, it's not. So this is discrimination. What I have to be able to do is whole person, hands, waistline, immediate area, demeanor. And what I have to do is scan, find the right person, and then service that person. Again, you have to do that out there in the real world. It happens outside. And what happens when I say outside, in this particular scenario, I see the threat, but if I shoot, I have a shoot through and I hit an innocent on the other side, so I have to change positions. We have to teach students to do that and then make accurate shots. Discrimination, we have to go through and be able to discriminate. And what happens is it's just seeing, and we have to teach people to see fast, and then they can shoot fast. Information. I look at 1, I look at 2, I step a little bit more, I see 3, gun, no badge, I come up. I do a little bit more, I see the last female. Okay, what's your scanning process? Now, same thing here. We start slow, and so people say, well, that's too slow. No, you have to start students slow. You don't put them at warp speed when you're dealing with other human beings. Now, verbal. Can you talk to targets? Yes, you have to talk to targets. in a shoot house, because you have to give sometimes stimulus, drop the gun, whatever you want to do, because it has to go into role players now. It can be civilians, law enforcement, but again, teach people how to communicate. Shooting, you can only shoot as fast as you can discriminate, simple as it is. Now, how fast you need to be. We've got the different, belt system. That's all it is it's like, a karate system, martial arts, DCBA, master, grandmaster. Well, people have looked at my standards and say, well, those are B class at best. Okay, those B class standards have put people on the ground just fine. I'm not here to talk about it. So again, I don't get excited. That's their system, not ours. I know lots of police officers, combat vets have put people on the ground, never part of that whole system. And so they were trained properly. They went out, took care of business, and it worked just fine. So again, don't buy into a system unless you know the system. I see these folks talking about footwork. Okay, we can talk about footwork. So baseline in the day, 230 pounds. Civilian, I had 10 pounds of civilian gear, 240. If I do light equipment, I'm 290. If I do heavy equipment at the end, 310. My footwork has to work across that spectrum. Now, I have to move myself and then people with the same footwork. So again, I see people talking about different issues in footwork. It's got to work in a tactical environment. And combat, important stuff. You need to create space, sometimes move people, displace people, get away from people to get your weapons out. Craig Douglas, South Narc, and then BJJ, the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I'm all into that. You need to learn to be comfortable on the ground or wrestling somebody and then creating space. And again, you can talk to your instructors, tell them what you're interested in. You're looking for common attack patterns and then how to defend against those. We teach folks how to move people, gun out or concealed, and again, create space, move through them, engage targets. Tactical problem solving. This is where I saw some issues. Competition, you do your walkthroughs, you pre-program shots, and you pre-program shots. That's the key. Tactical, we pre-program tactics, and then you have to take each shooting situation on its own and make a decision. If I pre-program shots, then I might shoot the wrong person one day under high stress. I've watched special ops guys make mistakes. It happens out there. Special ops guys have shot other special ops guys. And again, because they were shooting faster than they could process the information. So you have to think about how you're going to program that information. Your system has to work on both known targets, unknown targets. What does that mean? Well, a teacher guardian, church guardian, they're on a church, they're in a school, they can walk it every day. They can look at every angle. It's not going to surprise them. Police officers, on the other hand, have to have common core tactics that they approach buildings, because every response call may be different. They may not have been on that target. So they need to understand that. After the shooting, teacher guardian, church guardian, actions with hostages. What happens is you need to have different plans. What are you going to tell the hostages? And then your people are coming in. Extra teachers, extra church security. What do you want them to do? You want them to pull security, help cover, get on comms, go to the front of your structure, link up with police, hand carry them to you. You need to start thinking beyond just the shooting scenario. Medical, self-aid. Did you bring bandages? Can you treat yourself? Can you treat somebody else? Are there hostages that need treatment? Link up with police. All right, so we do the physical link up. We survive that. Guns are concealed. And then the mental procedures. How much to say? Hopefully you've done the research ahead of time. I think Masa Ayub talks about a lot of this, or talk to your DA, what to expect. It goes from now, you saving the world, to you're a suspect in a crime scene. So again, talk this out ahead of time. Get with your DA. Role players, we do scripted scenarios. And again, this is where we add stress. We add stress here, and we add stress on shooting standards with a timer. So shooting should be automatic. Stress comes into play here, and we have to script the role players. And again, we want a certain outcome. And we could run 25 scenarios easy back to back and film these scenarios. But what we want to do is get you patterned and conditioned to react to this person, give them verbal commands. Again, that's huge. Now, I selected a training path which was tactical. It's okay. Everybody has to pick their path in life, and you can do both too, as long as your brain can handle both types of scenarios in training. A lot of stuff on the internet, YouTube, the fluff, the flash. There's a lot of guys looking for jobs, trying to establish their claim to fame. But again, think about it and backstop the information, where you're going to go, how you're going to train, what the end game is. Again, life and training is about choices, so choose wisely. I hope this video helps. You take care, be safe. I'll catch you on the range.